Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Dan the Man here, and today we're driving into the history of one of the most iconic off-road vehicles to ever hit the streets, the Jeep Wrangler YJ. This was the model that really kicked things off and turned the Wrangler into a powerhouse it is today. So buckle up, because we're going back to the late 80s to see how the first Wrangler was born. By the mid-80s, Jeep's CJ series was starting to show its age, and the CJ was a legend, but after almost a decade, it was clear that the competition was pulling ahead. Jeep needed something new, something fresh. That brings us the YJ, the first Jeep Wrangler introduced in 1986. It was a bit controversial when it was first launched, especially with the Jeep purists, but this model was exactly what Jeep needed to stay ahead of the rapidly growing SUV market. The YJ wasn't just an update of the CJ, it was a complete overhaul. Jeep took a lot of the inspiration from their XJ Cherokee, which had made waves with the unibody construction and modern design. But the YJ kept the classic ladder frame chassis, the same wheelbase, and Dana axles, front and rear. They lightened the body to improve the fuel economy, and it was also a bit wider and lower than the CJ. This gave it better handling, stability at higher speeds, and helped solve some of the rollover issues that plagued previous models. Now let's talk power. The YJ came with a couple of engine options, the 2.5 4-cylinder and the 4.2 6-cylinder produced by AMC. Not the most powerful, but the Jeep was starting to get serious about refining their vehicles. By 1991, the YJ got the 4.0 inline-6, which was a real game changer with the 190 horsepower, and by 1994, you could even get it with an automatic with a 4-cylinder. Inside the YJ was a huge step up from the CJ. It was quieter, more modern, and had better weatherproofing. Jeep fans were used to the rugged, no-frills interiors, but the YJ was a much more comfortable ride for daily driving. Now, here's where things get spicy, the square headlights. Yeah, it's a controversial topic, and Jeep purists were not happy when they saw the square headlights. I definitely get it. It was a huge departure from the iconic round lights that had been a Jeep trademark for decades. But despite all the hate, the YJ Wrangler was a success. And it wasn't long before it was a bestseller, and Jeep began to really push the Wrangler brand. In the late 1990s, American Motor Corporation, AMC, redesigned the Jeep to make it more comfortable and suitable for daily driving. The new designed YJ featured a wider track, slightly less ground clearance, improved comfort and handling, while it still used the leaf spring suspension from the earlier CJ models. The YJ introduced the track bar suspension system links and anti-roll bars, making it safer and more stable on the road. Although the YJ had a new grille, its body was very similar to the CJ7, and it was even interchangeable with some minor modifications. One of the most noticeable changes was the larger windshield along with the distinctive rectangular headlights. The wiper blades rested on the windshield due to a wider arc needed to clean the larger glass. These features were eventually removed with the launch of the TJ in 1996. In total, 632,231 YJs were built through the 1995 model year, and production continued into mid-1996, bringing the total number to 685,071 units. The YJ played an important role in shaping the future of the iconic Jeep brand. Now the YJ didn't last forever. In 1997 it was replaced by the TJ, but the YJ had already cemented its place in history. It laid the foundation for the Wrangler we know and love today. The square headlights may have disappeared, but the spirit of the YJ lives on in every Wrangler that followed. It was the first Jeep to truly make it into the mainstream, while still keeping that off-road, rugged charm that made Jeep, well, Jeep. The YJ helped us transform the Wrangler into a global icon. So there you have it, how the YJ Wrangler came to be. A little controversial, a lot revolutionary, and ultimately a huge part of Jeep's success. If you enjoyed this history lesson, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below telling me your thoughts on the YJ. Square headlights, hate them or love them. And don't forget, the trail won't come to you, so get out there and Jeeps do it already. Dan the Man, out. The YJ came with a couple of engine jobs. Jeep fans themselves were used to the rugged, no frills. Jeep fans were used to... Sheesh. 31 YJs were built through the year 1990... Jesus. In total, 600 and blah, 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 blah. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget,